coming up. But first, families in Malmesbury are calling on Wiltshire Council to address what they call appalling road conditions in the town. Last year, potholes were fixed in Abbey Row, you might remember that, but the potholes have returned already. Wiltshire Council says bad weather is to blame, and they've been upping funding for road maintenance. Jeremy Stern brings us his report.
That was the sound of a truck going over 10 potholes in very quick succession. Didn't sound pretty, did it? I wouldn't have done much for that vehicle's suspension. If there's one issue that's guaranteed to get people talking, it's potholes. I'm in Malmesbury.
All the way through Malmesbury is riddled with potholes. It just rattles the car the whole time.
Appalling, even if you're in a bus. There's one big pothole just off the corner. The whole bus shakes.
The potholes get deeper and worse. What they really need is resurfacing.
We're on Abbey Row, which leads into the town centre. I can see some smaller potholes and some longer potholes going down the side of the road, about an inch deep. As we're walking along the pavement here, just spotted a pothole it's filled with water actually, and I wouldn't fancy driving over that myself. Like many in the town, teenager Ben Thornberry's had his fill of potholes. Ben, how would you sum up the state of the road?
It looks like the crater of the moon. There's just so many different holes.
There's a car coming now. Yeah, he's gone straight through that long pothole, about 3 metres long.
You can't not put your tyres in the potholes.
Last year, Ben caught the attention of people in Malmesbury when he set up on the pavement holding a fishing rod with the line dangling into a pothole.
So after that campaign, the council worked the potholes along Abbey Row, but they've just come back. So it's just showing that the work's not either being done properly or something else has to change.
Did people in the town make the council aware of that?
They did, they've reported it, but they haven't done anything about it.
So there hasn't been any repairs to the repairs?
Yeah, there's been no repairs to the repairs which they've done.
Prompting Ben to step up his campaign. This month he was spotted with a road sign that takes a pot shot at both the Prime Minister and Wiltshire Council. The government has pledged £1.5 billion towards road repairs in 2025. Councillor Nick Holder is Wiltshire Council's cabinet member for highways.
We're aware of the issues in Wiltshire. We're putting more money into it. We're adding an extra 50% over and above what central government have given us, and we're making good progress. There have been some Department for Transport statistics published in the last few weeks, which shows that we across Wiltshire have made a 9% improvement in the amount of roads that are being repaired compared to the national average.
In terms of Abbey Row in Malmesbury, work was done last year. It hasn't done the job.
We've had really bad weather extremes, freeze, thaw, heavy rainfall, which inevitably influences how long the potholes can be repaired for. But we have got a more permanent resurfacing repair scheme identified for Abbey Row. That's programmed for the next financial year.
The government wants 7 million potholes to be fixed across the country this year. But for Holly, who works at the Three Cups pub in Malmesbury, the damage is already done.
In the past, I'd say 2 years, I've had to replace all of the suspension on my car twice. I've also had to replace the tyres twice, and the mechanic has said it is directly linked to the state of the roads around here and the potholes.
Motorists whose vehicles have been damaged by potholes can claim compensation from their local council. Research by the RAC suggests the number of claims per year nationally is increasing rapidly.
Jeremy Stern in Malmesbury. Yeah, from personal experience, it is a pretty poor stretch, to the point now where I do consider which of my two cars I drive into town, because frankly you go with the one that's got the cheapest tyres, just in case, and you go other ways if you can, but it's easier said than done, isn't it? I think Quick Fit or whatever are probably doing a roaring trade. It's interesting. You do feel for them, don't you, to a certain extent, because of the weather and everything else and the pressures and the financing. But I saw the BBC Wiltshire Facebook post we put on, still there, about Swindon's pothole repairs and the comments that came down from the short video about, look, they're not doing it properly. Why are they doing it like that? That is not going to last more than a few months. So people have got their eyes wide open to this. It's this feeling that things are not being repaired properly. At least that would give us a fighting chance. But I know nothing because I've never repaired a pothole in my life. We move on to other matters now, and you don't need